I hope all our friends watching us today are having a beautiful day.
I completely agree. It is always a joy to share these everyday conversations.
Yes, I actually have something very funny and embarrassing to confess to you.
I am definitely listening. You always have the most interesting stories to tell.
Last night, I spent 30 minutes searching for my mobile phone at home.
Okay, let me guess where it was. Was it under your sofa cushions?
No, it was not under the sofa. I checked there 3 times continuously.
Then maybe you left it inside the kitchen fridge while looking for snacks?
No, not in the fridge either. It was not on the dining table.
Then where did you finally find it after 30 minutes of intense searching?
It was literally in my right hand. I was holding it the whole time.
You were holding your phone while actively looking for your phone in the dark.
Yes, my special talent is wasting time in very creative and embarrassing ways.
That might be the absolute funniest story I have heard from you recently.
Wait a second. Did you notice the specific English word you just used?
I said that might be the funniest story. Yes, I used the word might.
Exactly. Today, we should talk about words like may, might, perhaps, and often.
That is a brilliant idea. Our friends watching hear these words all the time.
But many people do not feel completely confident using them in their daily conversations.
They know the dictionary meaning, but get confused about when to actually speak them.
Let's fix that today. By the end, everyone will use them very naturally.
Let us begin with the first important word. Lucy, what does may mean?
May usually means that something is possible. It has a chance of happening soon.
So if I look outside and say, it may rain today, rain is possible.
Perfect. Maybe it will rain heavily, or maybe it will not rain at all.
Let me give another clear example. She may come to the office party tonight.
That means she might come, but we are not fully sure about her plans.
The word may shows a 50% chance of something happening in the future.
I have a very important question. Can we also use may to ask permission?
Yes, absolutely. Like when a young student asks, may I come inside the classroom?
But wait, why do people say may I come in instead of can I?
That is common confusion for learners. Can is used for your physical ability.
So saying can I lift this box means do I have the physical power?
Exactly, but may is used for asking polite permission from a respected person.
So saying may I borrow your pen is much more polite than can I?
Yes, in formal office environments, you should always use may for asking professional permission.
Like asking a boss, may I leave the office early for a doctor appointment?
That sounds extremely professional and respectful. Your boss will appreciate your polite tone.
Now, let us talk about the negative form. We use may not all the time.
Yes, if you are not completely sure about going out, you say, I may not go.
It is a soft way of saying no without hurting any feelings at all.
It sounds very polite and uncertain. For example, I may not finish this report.
It tells your manager that there is a high possibility of a delay today.
Let us give another negative example. We may not have enough money for this.
That is much better than saying, we are too poor to buy this item.
Now let us move to the second word today. Might, how is it different?
This is exactly where people get deeply confused. Might is very similar to may.
Both words talk about future possibilities, so what is the actual difference between them?
Might usually sounds a little less certain than may. It represents a weaker possibility.
Oh, so if I say it may rain, I think rain is highly possible.
Yes, but if you say it might rain, it sounds slightly less sure.
Let us compare them directly to help our friends understand the subtle feeling better.
It may happen means it's quite possible, maybe a 60% chance overall.
And it might happen means it is possible, but maybe only 30% chance.
Honestly, in casual daily talks, native speakers use them almost exactly the same way.
Yes, so our friends watching should not stress too much about this tiny difference.
Fluency is about feeling relaxed, not about doing perfect mathematics in your busy brain.
Let me try some fresh examples. I might go to the new gym later.
Or you can say, we might watch a funny movie tonight after eating dinner.
What about the negative side of this word? We use might not all the time.
If a friend invites you to a late party, but you are extremely tired,
You simply say, I might not come tonight because I need to sleep early.
or if the sky is cloudy but very dry, you say, it might not rain.
It is the perfect way to express personal doubt without sounding completely negative today.
Another great example is, I might not buy that car because it is expensive.
You are keeping your options completely open. You are not saying a final no.
There's also a secret grammar trick with the word might for past situations.
Oh, you mean using might have to talk about things that happened previously?
Exactly. If you lose your house keys, you say, I might have dropped them.
That means it is a possibility in the past. He might have forgotten us.
Yes, you cannot really use may have in the same casual way for guesses.
That is a fantastic tip for intermediate learners who want to sound more natural.
Now, let us safely move to our third beautiful word today, the word perhaps.
Perhaps sounds very fancy to me. It sounds like a word from old movies.
It does sound elegant, but perhaps actually just means the exact same as maybe.
So why do we even use perhaps if we already have the word maybe?
Because perhaps is a slightly more formal, polished, and thoughtful way to speak.
So instead of casually saying maybe we should leave, I use perhaps instead.
Yes, perhaps we should leave sounds much softer, calmer, and significantly more mature.
I really like this word. Let me try it. Perhaps he forgot our meeting.
Or you can kindly say, perhaps tomorrow will be a much better day today.
Using perhaps instead of maybe makes your spoken English sound highly flexible and rich.
Variety definitely makes you sound fluent. Repeating maybe again and again sounds very basic.
You can also use perhaps at the very end of a sentence for effect.
Really? Can you give me a good example of that for our watching friends?
You can say, this is the best coffee in the entire city, perhaps.
I love that. It shows that you are thinking deeply while you're speaking.
Let us talk about using perhaps to give gentle advice to a close friend.
Yes, if a friend is working too hard, you say, perhaps you should rest.
It is much better than giving a strict order like, you must rest immediately.
Nobody likes strict orders. Perhaps gives them a choice, which makes them respect you.
Now let us talk about the fourth word for today, the common word, often.
I hear this one constantly, everywhere. People love talking about their daily routines.
Often simply means frequently. It means something happens many times on a regular basis.
For example, I often drink bitter black coffee in the early morning before work.
Or you can say, we often talk to each other on peaceful weekend afternoons.
But Jitin, there's a strict grammar rule about where to actually put often.
Yes, often usually goes directly before the main action verb in your complete sentence.
Like, I often eat late. You do not ever say, I eat often, late.
That sounds highly unnatural. He often drives fast. They often play loud music.
But there's a huge grammar exception that many English learners always seem to miss.
Oh yes, the verb to be. Words like is, am, and are in a sentence.
Exactly. With these specific words, the word often comes after the verb, not before.
So you correctly say, I am often late. You don't say, I often am late.
He is often tired after work. You do not say, he often is tired.
They're often busy. That's a golden rule for everyone watching us right now.
It will effortlessly fix so many hidden grammar mistakes for our friends learning English.
We must also talk about the negative side of this useful word, not often.
Yes, if you rarely do a specific activity, you say, I do not often eat sugar.
Or you can say, she does not often visit the city center because of traffic.
We do not often watch television. It's a great way to talk about rare habits.
You can also ask questions with it, like how often do you exercise weekly?
How often do you call your parents? How often do you clean your room?
Asking how often is the best way to start a long conversation with strangers.
Let's test all 4 words in some realistic and practical daily life situations.
Imagine someone asks you a very deep question suddenly. Do aliens actually exist?
I would probably say they may exist. It sounds highly thoughtful and scientifically neutral.
Or you could simply say they might exist somewhere. This sounds slightly less confident.
Or I could gently say, perhaps they exist out there. This sounds very calm.
The dictionary meaning is similar, but the emotional tone changes completely with each word.
Fluent spoken English is not only about strict grammar rules, it is about feelings.
Now, imagine a friend is very late. Someone suddenly asks you, "Where is he?"
I could logically say he may be stuck in terrible city traffic right now.
Or you could say he might be busy with some urgent office work today.
Or perhaps he simply forgot the exact time of our planned dinner meeting tonight.
We naturally use these specific words when we are guessing things in daily life.
Let us talk more about daily habits. This is where the word often shines.
I will ask you some personal questions. Answer me using these new vocabulary words.
I am totally ready. Ask me any difficult question you want to ask me.
How often do you read fantasy books before going to sleep at night?
I often read books before bed because it helps relax my busy mind completely.
Do you truly think you will travel to a brand new country this year?
I might travel to Europe if I save enough money by December this year.
Do you think we should order a huge chocolate dessert tonight after our dinner?
Perhaps, but only if you are paying the expensive bill for both of us.
You are very clever. You are definitely paying the restaurant bill the next time.
We'll see about that. I may not bring my leather wallet next time.
Let us do another realistic office roleplay for our friends in corporate jobs.
Good idea. Professional English can be tricky because you must always remain highly respectful.
You are the manager. I am the employee asking for extra time on project.
Okay, I am ready. You can start the office conversation whenever you want to begin.
Boss, I might not finish the final budget report by 5 o'clock today.
That is slightly disappointing. How often do you need extra time for these reports?
I do not often ask for extensions, but this data is very complex today.
Perhaps you should ask Sarah for some help. She often deals with complex numbers.
She may be too busy today. Might I have until tomorrow morning to submit?
Yes, you may have until tomorrow morning, but please do not often delay reports.
Thank you very much. I might stay late tonight just to make it perfect.
That roleplay was excellent. It showed how to politely negotiate using these specific words.
Using words like might and perhaps makes bad news sound softer and much professional.
If the employee boldly said, "I will not finish," that sounds very rude indeed.
But saying I might not finish shows respect for the strict timeline of managers.
Let us completely change the scenario now. Let us do a casual travel roleplay.
Perfect. We are two best friends trying to decide where to go for a vacation.
Where should we travel this summer? Perhaps we should visit the quiet mountains soon?
I do not enjoy cold weather. We might want to visit a beach.
A beach sounds lovely, but it may be extremely crowded with tourists during summer.
That is true. Perhaps we could find a hidden beach tourists do not often visit.
I might know a secret place down south. A friend often talks about it.
We may need to book our flight tickets early before they become way too expensive.
Let us search online tonight. We might find a really good discount on flights.
Notice how our conversation flowed so smoothly without any harsh disagreements or rigid grammar.
Yes, when you use words like perhaps and might, you're gently suggesting ideas.
Suggesting ideas creates a very friendly atmosphere. Commanding creates unnecessary tension between old friends.
Let us discuss the deep psychological fear English learners often face while speaking publicly.
Yes, I often meet brilliant students who freeze completely when they try speaking English.
They know the difference between may and might, but panic about making a mistake.
It's a perfectionism trap. They think native speakers constantly judge their spoken grammar.
But native speakers do not often care about grammar. They only care about connection.
Exactly. If you confidently say, I might going tomorrow, it's grammatically very wrong.
But the listener completely understands your core message. They know your future travel plans.
You should never let the fear of a tiny mistake stop you from communicating.
Perhaps you will make 10 mistakes today, but you might make only 5 tomorrow.
And you may make 0 mistakes next month. That's how natural learning works.
You must often practice out loud, even when you are completely alone at home.
Yes, say to your mirror, I may eat an apple. I might call mom.
Say, perhaps I will watch a movie. I often listen to great English podcasts.
Building muscle memory in your mouth is much more important than memorizing textbook rules.
Your tongue needs to comfortably feel the words often, perhaps, might, and may naturally.
Let us do a quick rapid-fire summary before we end this wonderful conversation.
May means a good possibility, like it may rain today, so bring an umbrella.
May also means formal permission, like, may I please leave the room right now?
Might means a weaker possibility, like it might snow, but I highly doubt it.
Perhaps is just a formal and beautiful way to say the casual word, maybe.
And often means frequently, like I often smile when talking to my dear friends.
Often goes before action verbs, but it always goes after the verb to be.
I think our friends watching are completely ready to use these amazing words now.
We passionately want everyone listening to intentionally practice this in their own daily lives.
Pick a magical word like perhaps or might and boldly use it with friends.
Even if you confidently make mistakes, it's totally fine. Mistakes directly build confidence.
We would genuinely love to see some beautiful examples from the amazing people watching.
Yes, if you're happily listening, please kindly drop a simple sentence in comments.
Tell us what you often do or what you realistically might do tomorrow morning.
Writing it down proudly will absolutely help lock these wonderful words into your memory.
Thank you for sharing your valuable time with us. Keep happily practicing every day.
We are sending warm good wishes.
We will see you next time with another topic.